Another thing was this tweet. This mentions the female gaze. When it comes to gacha games, a lot of the time you get like waifu games that cater to the male gaze. That's like exaggerated proportions on the female characters or different types of female characters that appeal to like different tastes, but a lot of the time they cater to the male gaze. It's only kind of recently, especially with like Tears of Themis, Love and Deep Space, and Infinity Nikki, that we got gotcha games that catered more to the female gaze or the female preference. And I've watched like a lot of video essays on how the female gaze is such a game changer when it comes to building like a community, a fandom, and support for certain pieces of media. I agree with that because sometimes, like in my opinion, whenever I see it, like the male gaze can be quite volatile, but then like the female gaze, like I guess it can be finicky as well, or it can be like it can vary as well. But when a piece of media, whether it's a game, a film, a character, when that captures the female gaze, like you can almost guarantee their fandom is set in stone. That shit is not gonna die. There was such a good video on the female gaze in Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, like Sabrina Carpenter she makes really great music, and you would think that because it's like sexually themed a lot of the time that it caters to the male gaze, but Sabrina Carpenter's music is so widely enjoyed by women, myself included, because in my opinion, talks about those experiences really, really well from the women's perspective. And Sabrina Carpenter's brand of femininity and sexuality, it's very expressive and freeing for like the female experience and the female gaze. So I think that she captures the female audience really well. But anyway, I saw this tweet that was like, notice how no one, not a single soul, has ever complained about the female gaze in entertainment. And the intention of this tweet, okay, first of all, this is by an account called Wokeness is Evil. So immediately you see that they are trying to be like counterculture to the woke culture. But you know how we complain a lot and we criticize the male gaze in entertainment a lot because honestly, it's been a very harmful and destructive factor in a lot of treatment of women and patriarchal culture in general. But then there is such a thing as female gaze, and this person is like, okay, you guys talk about the male gaze all the time and complain about it all the time, but has anyone ever complained about the female gaze in entertainment? And I think they're implying how it has created this hyper masculine image of men that men feel forced to conform to, in the same way that women feel forced to conform to how women are shown in media due to the male gaze. It's kind of you kind of have to like unpack the tweet a little bit to understand like what exactly they're complaining about or what exactly their point is. Um, but this person is essentially projecting that Hugh Jackman that men now feel the need to match up to the standard of Hugh Jackman because of the female gaze. Here's the thing, this has gotten like so many quote retweets, so many erasures, and so many replies because this is inaccurate. And what has been coming up is this image of Hugh Jackman. I don't know who this actor is, I'm so sorry. But basically, this hyper masculine, like bodybuilding physique is a product of the male gaze, not even the female gaze. Because look at this, Hugh Jackman on a men's magazine versus Hugh Jackman on a women's magazine. This is the hyper masculine, raw, alpha male, like Giga Chad version. And then this is like Hugh Jackman husband material, so kind. Look at those beautiful eyes. Look at that wonderful smile on a women's magazine. Exactly. He looks so cute on the female one. I know. See, this is like a much more accurate representation of like the male gaze, catering to the male gaze versus catering to the female gaze. It's like, okay, these people are assuming that this is what the female gaze desires, but the internet has spoken, and I agree with a lot of it, that no, this is not what the female gaze desires. Like, yeah, okay, this is attractive to some extent, but on a magazine, I love this cover. I love this version of Hugh Jackman. And if you haven't watched Chicken Shop Date, where Amelia de Moldenberg has a date with uh Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, you should watch that. Because Hugh Jackman is adorable there. You love The Greatest Showman, Hugh Jackman all day. Yeah, same. I love that one too. Not many people complain about that because men don't really care about this. I know. And this is kind of the example of the female gaze that we were talking, I mean, sorry, of the male gaze towards women that we were talking about earlier, or that I was like comparing to earlier. But anyway, I kind of wanted to like go through the quote tweets of this because some of them are just like really accurate. Now, what people have been quote tweeting are the actors and the people that the female gaze actually adores. And Tom Hiddleston is one. James McAvoy. Okay, I'm a fan of James McAvoy, actually. I also really, really like Tom Hiddleston. Um Colin Firth. Okay, Colin Firth is adorable. I'm sorry I don't know who this person is. But also Colin Firth, he's really cute. I don't know if you guys have seen like Colin Firth in the really old BBC Pride and Prejudice, but he's really good in that one. And then you have these actors, you have Pedro Pascal, you have Pride and Prejudice man. You have Jonathan Bailey. This is Jurassic World, I think. But also Jonathan Bailey in Wicked, he's attractive as hell. Taron Egerton. So a lot, yeah. Oh my god, and Aragorn. That's my goat. Him. That's him. That's him. He's mine. He's my love from Lord of the Rings. So it's the female gaze would like a word. Look at this. This is so female gaze coded, guys. This is so it's so funny how inaccurate this tweet is because now we have like all the women who are popping up with the actually no, this is who we're attracted to. You're completely off with the vibe. This is the vibe that we want. And these are like, okay, this vibe is green flags. It's green flags, it's cuteness, it's romantic tension. It's this person is a safe place for me except for this. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. That's crazy. It's wait. It's the fox. It's Robin Hood the fox, and I'm pretty sure if I scroll down enough I'm gonna find the guy from Zootopia as well. Yeah, some of these are really great. Some of these are really great. Also, Jonathan Bailey popping up a whole lot. That's accurate. So, like, I really enjoy all of these examples of the female gaze. Okay, you know what? Florence Pugh appearing here, that's based. I actually really love Florence Pugh. And then, of course, yeah, we have Jinu. Someone brought up Jinu earlier. I'm sure that a lot of K-pop idols, boy group idols, are definitely up there as well. And it's just, yeah, we have Bridgerton characters. We have Pride and Prejudice characters. This is never going to get old, by the way, because we yearn for the romance that is Pride and Prejudice. We have Aragorn. That's never going to go away from me because we love a noble king who has his finding his path arc. And then, okay, personal taste. Not so sure about that one. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect Benedict Cumberbatch to be here, much less Sherlock. But go off, Queen. Essentially, I really love it when we're able to like correct people about the male gaze and the female gaze because whenever we have someone complaining about the female gaze, it's usually a guy who doesn't understand what the female gaze actually is. I'm not saying that the female gaze has its own flaws. I'm not saying that the female gaze is infallible and can't be criticized. But also, I just think that some people have no idea what the female gaze actually is. And this, the quote tweets of this tweet, these are great examples and these are great ways to actually understand what the female gaze is. It's just like read the room, check the vibe. This guy, I love this guy. So